Hello, welcome to the Enginerdy Show. This is Mr. Pold.
I'm St. Jimmy.
I'm DVD.
What are you doing?
He's playing the microphone.
I was adjusting the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't in the camera.
Oh,
Showing
and
off
you
my
want to be in the camera.
beautiful beard.
As opposed to when we first started airing on YouTube.
Oh, when I was like this?
Something that non-YouTubers have no idea.
I was off screen.
Oh,
No,
I
you
think-
were very strange when we first started airing on YouTube.
I was?
Yes,
Was I self-conscious?
yes, you were not so sure about being...
I'm
face
weird
being-
because I am.
Yes.
That's philosophical.
philosophical.
Phyllis Falafel?
Yes.
I didn't know
That's
Phyllis liked falafel.
Well, now you know.
Oh.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yo, Joe.
The other half is red lasers and blue lasers.
Mm.
Oh, even though you never hit
That's
anybody
a quarter
with
of
those.
each.
They hit the robots.
Hit the vehicles. Just disintegrated, allowing people to jump free.
Just like the Ninja Turtles never used their weapons to hit anybody.
Right. They look
Yeah.
cool on their shell, though.
Our fake sponsor this week is Mathers of the Universe, with Jerry Mathers as He-Man.
Now, Beeve, if if Skeletor jumped off a bridge, would you jump off too?
Gee, man at arms, I don't know why you always...
It's war to arms to you.
If you haven't seen the original
Orko,
Leave
watch
It to
out.
Beaver, do it.
His brother said, "Little robot, Wowdy."
Wally.
So it's been snowy here.
Oh yes, it has been.
Yes, sir.
I
In fact, they preemptively canceled school tomorrow, even
Yeah.
though there's no plan for school.
well,
For
so
snow?
every other school district in the county canceled school today. Our schools just had late start, but then I guess people thought it was dangerous anyways.
Well, my son told me one of the school buses flew off the road. And I was like, flew off? Well, it went on the shoulder at least.
I saw a car off the road.
I kind of skidded towards something, but then I just gunned it with my four-wheel drive and powered out of it.
I decided not to ride my motorcycle this morning,
Probably a smart move.
so I took a bus and was late to work.
I
But
Aw.
texted our other car full of friend and had him come pick me up in his truck.
Still earlier than most of my coworkers, because I go in early.
I had no problem getting to work.
Oh,
It's not so much the snow here that's worse than other places. It's the...
Drivers.
And it's not that they're bad drivers. They're just not sure of themselves in the snow, which
Well, you have two
makes
types.
you not sure of them.
The types that drive super, super slow, too slow for conditions, and then the types that drive too fast for conditions.
And people here like to, when you're pulling, when you're driving on a road and there's a cross street that they're stopped at, they'll sit there still until you approach the intersection, and then they'll inch forward just a little bit. Which in the snow is really disconcerting. It's like, are they going to pull out and not allow me enough time to stop?
Yeah.
But I've went to like where our folks live and there's lots of snow, and I feel totally confident and comfortable on those roads with cars around me because everyone there feels comfortable and confident.
I've even passed people on the median in snow there
Well, you can't tell.
by accident.
I was down visiting Charlie when it started snowing, and we
Oh, did you see Master Zed while you were there?
FaceTimed him because
He's out of town?
in South America. He's out of continent.
Oh, he's
in-
incontinent.
we're incontinent
No, he's
then?
not
No,
incontinent.
we're in-
If he's out of...
Wait a minute.
Wait.
He's down there for a while for work,
Yes.
but we did talk to him. And Mom and Dad were down there,
Oh, cool.
so we saw them. We saw Aunt Colleen and Grandma
Awesome.
and Uncle Leo.
Awesome.
And we were going to come back Sunday evening, and there was like a big snowstorm. And I was like, this would really suck to
Just
drive
weird in Zimbabwe. We
home
hardly
in.
ever get snow.
So we just stayed that night. Charlie let us crash at her place.
That was nice of her.
Even let us use her bed
Whoa.
What did you crash into?
without her in it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is there room for all three of you?
No.
Oh.
So thanks, Charlie. And then we drove home the next morning, and it was really nice. It was President's Day.
Sehr gut.
I didn't see a
Did you
single
get any
president.
presents?
No
Oh,
presidents were harmed in the making of this podcast.
No president presence.
Who's your favorite president?
What was his name?
Rutherford B. Hayes?
No,
James A. Garfield.
Camacho.
Polk.
President
Was it Camacho from... What was that?
Idiocracy.
Tippecanoe.
And Tucker Tyler
President
too?
Harrison. He was in office for 1 month.
That's more than enough.
You guys have really strange favorite presidents. Mine's Thomas Jefferson.
Who's that? Oh,
Never heard of him. What movie was that in?
He died on the 4th of July.
Oh. Lame.
so did John Adams.
I know. And John Adams' last words were, Thomas Jefferson still lives. And then he hadn't, though. He had died 5 hours earlier. So Thomas Jefferson had one more one-upmanship. Oh, yeah, I'll die first.
Well, I think it's because Thomas Jefferson's ghost came to
Oh, and kill
guide
him.
John Adams to the afterlife, and so he thought he was
alive.
still alive. Yeah.
I decided that's going to be my last words.
Thomas Jefferson still lives. Wow.
Do you guys have you decided what your last words are going to be? Perhaps he was dictating.
Mine will be the start of a joke,
Rosebud.
and then you'll never hear the punchline.
Three-legged dog walked into
Knock,
a bar.
knock.
That's morbid.
So at work, I have a coworker, and he had heard that you could call up the ergonomics office, and they would come help you set up your desk ergonomically.
Okay.
So he called them,
what
and they're
happened?
like,
You're the
yeah,
first
just-
call we've ever gotten.
just get some reams of paper and put them under your monitors to make them higher.
What?
So
Next
that-
they called the feng shui guy.
So that's
Can
what
you
he
just lower
did.
your chair?
He has
What,
a
did the same thing?
he has a Veridesk.
Don't get me started on those things. When we first started getting adjustable desks, it was like the whole desktop was motorized, so the whole thing would go up and down.
Yeah.
And now they made it so that just the part where your keyboard or your mouse are go up and down. And I'm like, I have lots of paperwork. Where am I supposed to put my paperwork?
Yeah, I had one of those, but then when I got 2 monitors, it didn't work anymore.
But
so got
I
rid
am
of
the
it.
pilot person in my group to have monitor stands, so it hooks to the back of your desk with like a pole, and then they attach with like movable arms, so there's no actual feet to the monitors, and that way I can, and you can adjust them up and down on the pole to make them higher if you want, instead of using paper, which that's not the proper use for reams of paper.
They should go in the printer.
We got a new printer.
We got new printers also.
It's color.
Yeah, I made a copy of something that's like, oh, I need to stamp that info copy so they don't think it's an original.
Yeah.
When
'Cause
we
it was in
first
color.
got our color printer, we had to adjust our settings because we were printing our drawings in the colors that they were showing up in AutoCAD, which
Oh,
made it
no.
very hard to read.
You changed your AutoCAD settings, right? For print
Plus,
settings?
it was
Yeah.
printing the background black.
We went through tons of ink.
I like to make them look like blueprints, so I have a blue background and everything. With white lines.
So in
Make a
my
hatch pattern that's got a small part missing where the line is.
boss's office, they ran out of black ink, and it was going to be like a month before they could get a replacement.
Just print into dark blue.
Well, what they did was
I've done that at home before.
they took the blue cartridge and switched it with the black
Oh,
one.
so everything was
But
blue?
they have little chips on them, so it can tell that it's not the right cartridge. So they just pried the chips off and swapped those too, and it worked.
Of course it did.
And when the guy finally came and brought the new ink, they explained to him what they'd done. He's like, "That's really smart."
You guys must be
He was
engineers.
impressed. It's like, yeah, it's an office of engineers.
Oh, my computer rebooted itself.
Aw.
Hate it when that happens.
That's helpful.
So I ride a ferry to work, as you guys do. A couple days ago, as I was riding to work on the ferry, there was a pod of orcos.
Oh,
How do you know they're male orcas?
No, they were orcos, from He-Man.
oh,
The wizards?
Yeah, they float
Cherry
around in
Brothers
the...
as
Just kidding. No, they were orcas.
The orcas.
Killer whales. There was a pod of killer whales about 50 yards from the boat.
Weird.
So I went whale watching on my way to work.
cool. I think we saw a gray whale once.
Oh, yeah? That's cool. There were like 3 really huge ones, and then like a few little
I saw
tiny
some
ones.
really huge things on the boat too.
Okay.
Not sure what kind of
that's
mammal
nice.
they were.
Human
Possibly.
manatee,
Likely.
womanatee.
That's Mr. Pohl. It's in the email to Mr. Pohl at EnginerdyShow.funnyquips.org.
Hey, just because he's coming out with a new line of plus-size clothing called Womanatee.
T-shirts.
The question mark. Womanity? I did not mean to make your horrible comment worse.
Done and done.
So this is my laptop that updated, and now it will let me use a pen to log in.
Oh, it won't. You
No.
have to use a pencil.
Yes.
At least it doesn't make you use a permanent marker.
I made the mistake. No, I'm just kidding.
I got my radiator today.
Oh, did
So-
you install it
so the
yet?
house-
No,
now?
it
Oh.
got. I didn't have. It's for my pickup.
Oh.
Didn't have time today. I was cutting out new chair seat pieces.
Chair seat pieces, huh?
Yeah, my wife's having friends over for
Which one's
get
Joey?
together, and she wanted
To
our
Mandler Bing?
chairs fixed up for it. So
Oh. I see. It's not good enough when we come over to fix stuff up.
nope. Well, we just got the chairs recently, but they were
Oh.
needed fixed. So
repair.
they've been in the garage.
Have
The
I seen
chair.
these chairs yet?
Nope.
Oh.
They've been in the garage with no seats. They came with the table we got
Oh,
from
okay.
a friend. She was like, "Yeah, you can have the chairs too, but all the seats got messed up, so I took them off." It's like, okay. So we bought some
Did you get toilet
plywood
seats?
and toilet seats and trash bags, and we're good to go. No, but I templated out the shape, and I cut 4 of them out right before I came over here
Oh, okay. Cool.
with my jigsaw.
Well, I used my new grill today. I bought a new grill on Monday. It's a Traeger.
What they call you, gorilla.
Nice.
It one of those pellet-fed
Oh,
grills.
Oh my.
Mine has pellets on it last spring too, but
Were they from rats?
yes.
Oh.
I need a new
Seasoning
grill.
is what I call it.
Oh. You just pick the little hairs off.
Baked in.
They burn off.
Baked in flavor.
No, but I used it to make some chicken, and it turned out perfect.
Nice.
Sweet. I've got a turkey I needed to cook. And I was over to eat it.
Hmm.
You can have some too.
Can you provide the turkey?
I have a turkey.
Oh.
I have 3 turkeys.
There
Not
was,
my kids. I'm
There
talking
was a
about
long
real-
list of instructions on how to run in the grill before I used it for the first time. So I did that
Oh.
yesterday while it was snowing on me.
Nice.
Better than rain.
That's true.
Cool.
I prefer solid precipitation.
How's your car project going?
So my car is banished to the cold right now because we put Zox Fiero from his Aunt Colleen in the garage, and that front of it's up on jack stands because
Okay.
we're emptying the coolant. So we've done that part. We disconnected it. Well, there's no battery in it.
So what's wrong with it?
We're told it has a cracked cylinder head. So
Oh.
we're getting stuff off the cylinder head so we can remove it. I got 2 bottles of PB Blaster for free.
Nice. What?
It was my reward. I still have
5-finger discount?
I had rewards on my
Apparently, if
on
you
my-
just stick stuff in your pocket, they don't notice.
my repair place card I have.
Oh.
If I spend a certain amount,
Oh, I have a card.
I've got
I
39
should've used
cents
that.
left on it.
Oh.
But it was buy one get one free,
Hmm.
so it was like $8, and then I had that much on there, which was
Cool.
awesome. And then
You buy a new cylinder yet?
so the Fiero's interesting. We haven't figured we get the old one off. That way we can
Make
sell it. We can
Make sure you
send-
get the right one.
right, and then we can trade or send it back for the core charge.
Oh.
$60 is what I've seen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the radiator's in the front because it's a mid-engine car,
Right.
and there's probably inch thick steel tubing that runs the coolant back to the engine.
Mm-hmm.
And about halfway back, or right in front of the rear tires, there's one on each side. There are little Allen wrench drain plugs.
Cool.
So, and I've looked at the car, and with the front jacked up like it is,
Mm-hmm.
that's the lowest point on the coolant system.
Oh.
Smart.
So I just disconnected. Well, at first I thought, I wonder how much will come out if you're in. And then as it's coming out really quickly into my tiny little bucket I had, like, Zach, am I getting another bucket? I'd have to put the plug back in before we could find something else to drain it into.
Yeah, I was draining coolant recently, and I'm like, we're going to need more buckets, so
It's about
We're
2.5
gonna need a
gallons
bigger
of mine.
bucket.
I ended up going into town and buying a 5-gallon bucket, and it's almost full, and I'm not done yet. So
Oh, yeah, you got
Wow.
a big truck. This is the Fiero, so it's a smaller engine, and it's only got 2.5 liters of fluid.
Oh yeah, that's not much.
Oh, 2.5 gallons, I mean.
2.5. Oh, I was like 2.5 liters.
Yeah, gallons.
That's crazy. Okay, that makes more sense.
And it looks brand new, the coolant.
Oh,
So it makes me
reuse
feel...
it.
Well, the problem is, even if it looks good, sometimes the stuff in it, the additives for trying to make it so it doesn't corrode things, wears out, I've heard. But it makes me feel more confident about the rest of the fluids that might be in the car, that they're probably okay.
Well, and that tells you that it wasn't leaking oil into the
Right.
coolant.
Mm.
It's bright green. I was watching a video.
What how's it taste? Oh, just kidding.
I was trying to figure out if there's a
I got some in my mouth.
easier.
Oh.
You're not
It tastes
supposed to.
sweet. Well, it was like splashing.
That's why cats drink it.
Yeah, that's why you can't leave it out, because animals.
There's a
will
YouTube
die.
video of a guy that had a Fiero that he got from somebody and he was doing the coolant
And he
swap.
drank all the coolant.
He didn't show any of the process. He was just talking, yeah, this is the car, and he started talking about where he
Just
got
hold
it
your
and
mouth right under the opening.
stuff. It's like, over here we got the overflow tank, and he's like, if you look really closely, he's like, puts some water from the hose in there and swishes around, like dumps out a mouse. And I was like, oh, that's probably why it wasn't cooling properly. You got a mouse in there.
Yeah, it works
That's
better with guinea pigs.
Yeah, you must have chewed through one of the main hoses, because I'm not sure how else you would get in there.
Yeah, but the line going to the overflow is usually not very big.
So I need to buy. Well,
Teleportation.
I think I've got enough of the fluid out just from those 2 drain ports. Because I was looking at the one that drained the radiator, and it's got like the little valve on it, but it's got a short little outlet that if you just opened it, it would just pour right onto the support frame for the.
Yeah, you're supposed to stick a tube on it.
Yeah, I don't have any tubes.
But I think I wouldn't even do that
Yeah, I
unless
think
you're
we're-
going to remove the
I think we've got
radiator.
enough. No, I don't think we need to.
Because the cylinder head's up above.
Right, and it's in the back, and yeah, like I said, we've drained from the
Yeah,
lowest point.
I would just.
We let it drain for like 45 minutes to an hour. So I think as much as we need to get out of it's out of it.
Yeah.
Next step, the air cleaner assembly.
Ooh.
Fun.
Yes. That completes the Fiero project update.
This portion of Car Talk is brought to you by... No, just kidding.
By Car Talk. Listen to it on the radio.
By Crick and Crack.
Okay.
Car is Click and Clack, the
Oh,
Cabot
okay.
brothers. I couldn't think of what kind of brothers we could be.
Okay.
Cocaine? No.
That's
I said crack. So.
You've gone too far.
That's right out.
So what do you got for nerdiculture? Pulled.
Nerdic culture.
Well,
He's culturing something.
I decided to talk about mosquitoes.
The Alaska state bird. Oh.
Sure. So, have
The
you guys
insect, right?
heard of the...
Yes, I've heard them. They get right in your ear. And it's really annoying.
Have you heard of the
I think they're a myth.
mosquitoes?
No, they're not a moth.
They're a monolith. No.
No. Right out.
Have you guys heard of efforts to reduce the population
Yes.
of bad mosquitoes?
Yes.
Bad mosquitoes meaning the ones that bite humans and pass
Right.
on
The female
diseases.
ones.
Yes. They're not all female mosquitoes are bad, but just the
There's
females
two
of the
types.
of specific
If they're
species
bad,
are
they're
bad.
female.
No. I mean, yes.
All Great Danes are dogs, but not all dogs are Great Danes.
Okay, so
Precisely.
yes, all bad mosquitoes are female.
So
but
in order
not
to
all
stop the
mosquitoes
female
are bad.
menace, you've got to modify the male, right?
Yes, so they've come up with different ways to modify male mosquitoes. So they've done this with other animals with great success.
It's a trap.
Pandas.
Not
They got the population way down.
Not the crawdads in England either that now can
I'm
reproduce
worried my
asexually.
microphone's not pointing at me.
It's not.
Okay. Anyway, for example, the screwworm fly.
That sounds fun at a party. Hey, you want some of these screwworm flies? Or
These are
fresh?
the kind of flies that I think they lay eggs under your skin or something, or in your spinal cord. Or
Is that the one that goes in your eyeball?
oh, it might be. I don't know. Anyway, it's a nasty little critter
He
that
sounds like it.
they were able to use sterile insect technique
Ooh.
to.
Oh yeah, where you
eliminate.
sterilize the male ones and release them into the population of the female ones. They mate with them and they ruin all their mating on the ones that can't reproduce.
Yes. They also did it with the Mexican fruit fly. And
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
And the Mediterranean fruit fly, and several other insects that are pests and dangerous.
Like bumblebees.
No, that's where the population went now.
Killer bees?
So, last year they had started testing,
Gingers?
releasing these mosquitoes into the population of mosquitoes.
Okay.
So I think they did it in Australia. They did it in
They've done it in Africa. It's like some success.
Fresno, California.
That has
And like Key West in Florida.
Hmm.
Now the one, so
Fresno has no right there in the name. It means don't go there.
what? So there's been in the U.S. they've tried to refrain from using genetically modified mosquitoes because people in the U.S. are afraid of genes, and they think that it's going to somehow.
I ate jeans
It
once.
was difficult for Tracy's dad for a long time. He's like, look, they're blaming me for something else. His name was Gene.
Yeah.
Now I'm causing cancer.
So instead, they use a bacteria to
How's that
sterilize.
different? It's just a different microbe.
Well, in the doing it with genes, they actually go and edit the genes of the mosquito to make it so it doesn't reproduce.
That sounds scary. I also just catch them, then you can band them. You need a microscope and release all rubber bands.
So they use something called a Wolbachia
Is that for cooking
bacteria
them? Oh.
that apparently is safe, doesn't affect humans.
What's safe?
I know. But the
Yet. As a proper
the
next
mayor of South Miami is
Yeah,
a
let's
huge
trust him.
environmentalist, and he was totally against genetic modification, but he's totally for using the bacteria.
Which puts its genetic information into your cell and modifies it.
But the
But we should just modify
okay,
people
but
so we're
there-
not attractive to mosquitoes. Make us taste bad.
But the what was I gonna say?
Give us bad blood.
I can't remember what I was gonna say now.
I just take my wife with me when I'm going someplace with mosquitoes because they like her and they don't then bother
They get
me.
full on her. Anyway, so they when they did it in the Key West, they reduced the mosquito population 80%.
Whoa.
Now, was that because they did their study right before or right at the end of the mosquito season?
It was no, it was during the summer.
Buffalo, New York. We implemented our plan and between August
So-
and December, we decreased the mosquito population by almost 100%.
So in Fresno, there was a company called Verily.
There's companies in Fresno?
Apparently,
Okay.
I don't know if they're in
City.
Fresno, but this company
Kind
was
of.
involved in getting the mosquitoes ready to disseminate.
That's interesting
Okay, so-
verbiage.
So basically,
Choice.
they made an automated system that would raise these male mosquitoes, and it was able to separate the males from the females, and then
Why don't you just make all the mosquitoes female?
Separated.
introduce the male mosquitoes to the bacteria.
They turn the lights down and
Guess how many they are
Soft
able
music.
to do? To how many mosquitoes they're able to make a week?
About a week's worth.
1,000.
1 million.
1 million mosquitoes.
So,
With lasers on them? Do they have
No,
lasers?
they don't.
Disco lights?
They gotta be attractive to the female mosquitoes. Come on.
Oh.
So they outside an algorithm.
So they
that
have money.
would help them equally distribute the infected mosquitoes over the neighborhoods they were doing it in. Oh, I didn't write it down, but
So chicks dig sterilized males?
I think they. I think they ended up releasing like 20 million mosquitoes in Fresno,
It would take almost 20 weeks to produce that many.
and I never saw the results of that.
Usually you don't experiment on the environment in places you like.
So
Just
this
saying.
year, in fact, just a couple weeks ago, they started releasing these in Miami.
Thousands of birds are dying from starvation.
They eat other things.
Now, it doesn't kill the mosquitoes. It just makes it so the eggs that they lay don't hatch.
Right, which means a smaller mosquito population, which means less food for spiders and birds.
There's
other
tons of other
mosquitoes
mosquitoes that don't hurt
that
humans
aren't affected. These are
that aren't affected.
Species.
Oh, so you still have buzzing
This is a
flying
small
insects.
percentage of the
but a large
total.
percentage of the bad mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So you've seen those commercials where they show a tent full of mosquitoes and Deep Woods Off, they could have just had mosquitoes that don't bite in there?
Mm-hmm.
They should
So,
change the name of those to something else.
They're going to release 6 million mosquitoes in Miami, and they're hoping to prevent the Zika virus,
Oh,
which causes microcephaly in infants.
Caused by bacteria?
allegedly.
No, by the mosquitoes. I think there's some virus or something.
Oh, there's a
Zika's
virus.
a virus.
The
Yeah.
mosquitoes spread the virus.
That's right.
The female
Bacteria
mosquitoes
are
do.
positive. You want bacteria, you don't want viruses.
Well, a specific one.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're
I
gonna,
don't understand generalities.
They're going to release them in batches of 20,000 until July 31st.
That's Harry Potter's birthday. Coincidence?
I think so.
Yes. Now, I think the
I hope
video
so.
game industry has been doing this to humans for a while. Because now you've got 20-something-year-olds that only want to play video games and don't want to reproduce.
That's probably better.
Population control through distraction.
Yes. It's just a theory of mine.
So these are nerd mosquitoes?
Well, I've already...
No!
We've
Has
already
nothing to do with
all...
mosquitoes.
Oh.
We've all already procreated, so...
Oh, okay, so you're
Our
safe
genes
to play.
will be passed on.
You're safe to play video games then.
So I can play
Sweet.
video games. I got to keep my kids away from them.
If you want
Well,
to
if
be a
you-
grandfather, yeah.
Yeah.
Which means you have to play more.
I know. I
have
need
to hog it.
be on there all the time. I don't think this theory is going to fly with my life. I'm doing this for our kids' genes.
Don't you want grandkids someday?
If I put this controller down, you will never have a grandchild.
She's like, how old?
We should write a book. Parenting, the nerd way.
Mr. Spock. Okay, that's all I had.
Do you want your children to live long and prosper?
Mosquitoes.
Hmm?
Mosquitoes.
Do you want peace and long life in your home?
Don't show emotion to your children.
Teach them to mispronounce certain words. It'll make them laughing stocks as adults.
Is that what they did with Spock?
Probably.
Oh.
No, that's what DVD does.
We only speak Vulcan at my house.
But I don't know any, so it's real quiet.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to Technerdy. So,
Yeah, all
what
right.
do you guys think the next generation of phones
Implants.
novel feature will be?
Implanted.
No.
Implanted in my
airbags.
brain.
They deploy if you drop it.
No,
Oh, that'd be cool. Anti-grav.
no.
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
The feature that this article is about
Small rocks.
does have a drop protection
Oh, does it?
thing, though.
It's glued to your hand.
No.
It's super sticky.
So there
Can't ever get out of your pocket again.
there are reports that Samsung's next big phone will be a
bigger than the
foldable phone.
dial-ups. Oh.
On paper?
No, it'll be folded.
Here's a printout of your phone. You'll be safe.
So Samsung's been patenting technologies dealing with foldable screens for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like at least
So you have
6 or
a
7 years.
phone wallet?
Yeah, basically your phone
Going
would,
back to flip phones? Oh.
your phone would fold in half, but
Trifold.
You're
the
trying to get a
entire
phone, like, flopping all over
inside
the place.
is screen. Yeah, I guess it'd be interesting. It'd have to have some
Can I
resistance.
just have it built in my t-shirt?
Probably.
Beep, boop, beep.
So they already have, like, there's a 65-inch TV that you can roll up because it's made out of a flexible
Can you
OLED.
eat it,
Can you get it in fruit by the foot?
Maybe.
So like stealing TV is way easier.
Yeah. My daughter was like, "Why would you want that?" I was like, "I guess you could throw it in the backseat of
Washing
your
machine?
car easier."
You can
Take
bring
it
it
to
to school.
Fred's
and
house.
then-
I think one of the next
You can
features they're going to
lose it.
have is changeable
underwear.
like
Oh.
things on it. So let's say you have a camera thing and you want to upgrade your camera, you just pull that part of the phone off and stick a new one on.
Yeah, well, the only problem might be is that they're going towards waterproof phones. So
Can they make phones that you slap on your wrist and they wrap on?
Watches.
So they have cases that do that. Dad was just telling me about it because he was thinking about just getting a slap bracelet and gluing it
Does he?
to his phone.
All you need
case.
to do is buy a really heavy duty tape measure because that's what's inside those.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys knew that.
And then cut it
Yeah,
into sections.
and then you cover
and
it.
then sell them.
Does
a
it-
slap bracelet.
And it's easy
You
to
can
measure
measure
how far you cut. Every 6 inches.
Like, why did I choose like 5 and
36
7
inches?
30
Every
seconds?
6 inches.
Oh, I feel like 36 inches would be like,
We wrap it around the belt.
Goes all it goes all the way up your arm. Zombie proof.
Put it on your face. Who here can have a 36-inch one go around your waist? I mean, come on.
Me?
Oh,
yeah.
barely.
So
I'm way less than 36 inches.
35 and 3/4.
I wear
Just kidding.
32s, bub.
What?
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
No.
These pants are 32s.
Is that why they're around
Nancy,
your
maybe.
ankles?
No, that's for a different reason.
Oh, why?
So, the thing about having your screen foldable or flexible is it wouldn't be as breakable. So it's not
Like Brachiosaurus?
it's not a fragile glass. It's
pronounced
a
Vergili.
hybrid polymer.
My phone's not fragile.
I've dropped mine all the
Let me
time.
see it.
Wow, you're brave.
They could curve in your pocket, so you could like sit on it.
Oh, okay. Why would you
Uh,
want to?
since
Dude,
it doesn't since it doesn't have glass, it would be lighter.
You can use it to light cigarettes. There'll be a lighter.
No.
Didn't they have phones like that? And they they banned them from going on airplanes.
I don't recall that. That sounds
I
totally
maybe they
stupid.
exploded.
Oh, that
Look
was.
at yourself ones up. Sir, yours is too lighter.
Where do you put the lighter fluid? I want to make it lighter.
So you would also have to have, instead of using circuit boards, you would have printed circuits that are
What?
on
Flexible circuits?
Yeah, which they can already do. So eventually you could maybe have a phone that had multiple pages, like a little book, flip book.
Like a paperback.
So you could flip back and forth.
I could do that right now with
pages.
different screens.
Your Kindle It's like a paperback book now. With each page.
That would be funny. It's more realistic.
Just go get a book.
Yeah, but this book can be programmed to be any book you want.
But this book has all my phone numbers in it. You have a phone book in your pocket. So Coffee Source Rex, man. We don't need cough buds if you didn't notice.
Some things that still need to be developed are how would the touch screen work, because the current display wouldn't necessarily work on a flexible phone.
Could they have one where you enter a certain frequency of electricity was introduced and make it rigid temporarily?
Maybe. Probably. You just put it on the back.
Did you have them thought controlled?
Because if you're trying to hold it in your
Probably
hand,
not.
and it's like flopping over the back,
Well, it only folds one way.
have a stickiness on it. Well, put
Yeah,
magnets in your ear.
No, it's
on top of the phone.
It has to be like that snap bracelet. Slap it to your face.
Can you just throw it up on your windshield and have it stick?
No. That's right out.
That'd be funny.
So your next phone might be foldable.
Can I get an invisible one so the cops don't know I'm talking on it?
Why were you holding your hand up to your head?
I do that all the time when I go past a cop.
It's an injury.
I was stroking
don't
my
have my phone.
sideburns.
My luscious.
My precious.
They do look shorter. Did you trim them?
I cut them shorter this way.
Yeah, right. That's what I meant.
Yes, they were like...
and
ugly.
shortened them. They were sticking out like crazy bat wings.
Sticking out like some
Old Scottish
19th
military
century president.
Scotsman. Yeah, Van Buren had some crazy sideburns.
So also, if your phone folded, it could be bigger and still fit in your pocket.
Fold it. Oh man, you have to go back to.
Then you
figuring out
can't-
how to fold it like
You
those
still have to have
maps.
it small enough that your hand reach around it, right?
Well, I mean, it
Now
could be
they have
Then,
all
well,
like
then you
hand
just crumple
things.
it into a ball so that you can. Hold
Well,
You
that's-
make a paper airplane out of it.
so.
Throwing notes in class.
So right now it would just fold in half, but in the future they would have
Oh.
them so that they're totally
Origami.
flexible, so that you could, like,
make a little crane.
yeah,
A crane phone.
yeah.
You can fold it into an old dial phone, rotary phone.
I want a transformer one. Push a button, it makes a sound and transforms into something.
A little car.
A car phone. You could have.
It's a shoe phone. Oh. Yeah, so you might be seeing these in the next year or two from Samsung or LG. And that's Technergy.
All right, for the news, I decided I was going to do some 1-star reviews.
Nice.
Oh, what are you going to review?
I've got a couple of them.
Oh.
Now we can do this a couple ways. I can tell you what the product is, and we can laugh as I read them, or I could try to edit them such that I can read them without you knowing what it is.
We try to guess what
We
it's
could try to
for.
guess what it's for.
Let's do that.
Okay.
We'll try it
All
on the
right.
first one.
Unfortunately, my computer, when it's not being used, automatically shuts itself off.
Oh.
So I kind
That's
of
an interesting feature.
either have to wait for that, or I can try to get on my phone here.
So you're saying you're not
On
ready?
my phone again. It's almost ready. Just gotta log in. Go
So
pay
I-
attention to my password.
So I started doing German on Duolingo.
Oh,
Oh, Deutsch.
sehr gut.
It says I'm 25% fluent. I don't think so.
I know. When my Spanish was like, "You're 50% fluent," I'm like, "There is no way."
I can say Auf Wiedersehen.
I can say, schnappt die Katze und wirft die Katze auf den Boden. That's all I remember from high school.
Picked
Wow.
the cat and threw it off the table.
Threw it on the floor.
A cat.
The cat.
The cat.
He grabbed the cat and threw it on the floor.
And the cat came back the very next day.
How does that help you in
I don't know.
Germany?
Ich bin ein Badezimmer. Means I am a bathroom.
I mean, in
Gotta be careful.
Well,
what section
in
of
Germany, yeah.
Spanish class taught me how to say "Donde está el baño?" so I can ask where the bathroom is.
Wo ist das Badezimmer?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's how you say it.
Badenzimmer?
Badezimmer.
That's
Zimmer means
bathroom.
room, right?
Yes, and Baden means your
Bathroom.
butt.
That's what I thought.
Your butt room.
Badenzimmer.
He said butt room.
Butt room.
German seems pretty funny.
It's awesome. I like it. Anyway, I have my first one up.
Okay.
This one's kind of long, but it's... We only had this a month before it stopped powering on anymore.
Cat.
When I disassembled the item, I found several roaches inside, which
Hamster.
are fairly neat.
Cigar
And
case.
don't usually see roaches. We are fairly neat and don't usually see roaches around the house.
Chinese
or
food
even in the
box.
kitchen. But this is Southeast Texas, and they're kind of a fact of life here, even with quality weatherproofing.
Roach Hotel.
Nope. One-star review. Remember, these are one-star reviews.
Okay.
They are attracted to the inside of this item because it's so compact and the power supply is inside.
Computer.
Instead of an external box like the older models used to have, which makes the entire unit hot.
Toaster.
This is a major design flaw in the first place. Much less not to cover the ventilation ports with mesh or something that will keep pests and dust out of it.
Refrigerator.
We ordered,
Honda Civic.
yeah, keep dust out. You need to keep the air out, right? Which would make the heat up even more.
Well, you can have filters.
We ordered a replacement power supply, and I hope I'll be able to fix my machine, as I discovered there's a provision in the warranty where it is voided if there are insects found inside.
Oh, lawnmower.
This indicates the company knows about the problem and has not resolved it. If I can repair the machine, I'll have to bag it up in some screen or something just to keep it alive. I like how the first
Hamster.
the first thing they say when it stopped working is he disassembled it.
No, disassemble.
It was Johnny Five.
So what do you think this is?
Johnny Five
Robot.
Robot.
Nope. It's a
Roomba.
Sony PlayStation 4.
Oh.
What? It had roaches in it?
Yeah. We're clean and stuff. Yeah, you are. Maybe you should be putting your food on the PlayStation.
How?
I don't know. There were some obvious like Xbox owners that were on the giving 1-star reviews for PlayStation. It was like, well, I got my son this, but I really wish I had talked him out of it and talked him to Xbox, and here's why. And I was like, you spent way too much time on that.
Yeah.
Way too good a punctuation and spelling. You, sir, are an Xbox.
William Gates.
W. Gates. McFadden.
Ooh.
They're related, I wonder.
You're talking about the
I gave-
choreographer for Labyrinth, right?
That's
I
right.
give her a review.
So I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And mostly I tried to do things that weren't related to like, oh, it came and it was broken.
Yeah.
Like, well, you're rating a product here, not the quality
Having
of
roaches
Amazon.
in it is definitely a new and interesting.
I think it's probably your housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Putting roaches in there. First not maybe roaches.
Oh, yeah.
Your son is hiding his marijuana in there.
So here's the next one.
Okay.
It was an older version of the story. Kids are used to better, brighter, more colorful animated versions these days. I am disappointed with this edition. The cover fooled me. Frowny face.
So it's a book. It's Where the Red Fern Grows.
It was a movie.
Oh.
Transformers the movie?
Nope.
So it's a remake. Little Red Riding or Red Riding.
It was a DVD version of the original Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
What?
But kids are used to better, brighter, more colorful animation versions these days.
So they're upset that it wasn't animated?
I guess.
I bought this movie from 70 years ago and
I was
was
surprised.
surprised that
The
my
quality wasn't up to par on my Blu-ray.
kids didn't like it. My kids liked it.
I like it still.
It's because we don't show them modern television.
Okay, the next one. So, this item, though large print, was not what I was looking for. For personal reasons, I'm keeping it for future use.
Large print, huh? Cookbook.
I was trying to find things that would be hard to rate 1 star.
Bible.
It was the Bible.
Yeah. For personal.
So
What are they
the
gonna
print-
do with
I don't
it?
know. That's what I was wondering. The print's not large enough for me, but I'm going to keep it for personal reasons. What?
The one of the legs is short on their bed. So they can stick it out.
One guy is like, he was a professional book reviewer because one of the versions I saw in there, he had critiqued down to the point of calling out like spelling errors, like, or and also errors like, look, they're missing a space here between this period and the next word. I was like, what? He's got pictures to back it up and stuff.
Wow. Someone's
These
got
plot lines
entirely
are so unrealistic.
too much time on their hands.
I like the sequel better.
The Bible too.
The Snowden
Bible
The
harder.
New Testament.
Oh.
Oh,
What was like?
Bible with a vengeance.
It was a King James version Bible. It's the 1611 version. They're complaining about some of the way things are
I
set
ordered
up.
a King James. I got a Prince
You realize
James
that's
instead.
a year, right? 1611. So they're saying that they reprinted the 1611 version of the book, and we're just going to be typos and stuff. They had to typeset each of the little words by.
Plus,
Anyway.
it's sexist. Oh, man.
All right, here's the last one.
I think this show's going to get a 1-star review.
Please don't give us 1-star reviews.
This one says, "Great CD." So it tells you what CD. I want you to know what, or try to guess what CD it was.
Okay.
But the person I sent it to is in prison, and there wasn't a purchase invoice with it, so the person wasn't allowed to receive it. Very disappointing.
Oh my goodness.
What? It was a CD of
NWA.
No,
Britney Spears.
that would be funny, but no. It was the Beatles' Blue Album.
Okay.
I could probably give 1-star review because I don't really like the Beatles, but I still wouldn't go 1 star. 3
Well,
maybe.
it's not the CD's fault.
They couldn't ship it to prison. That your friend got imprisoned, and then you didn't follow the proper rules. So
1-star
One
review.
star.
1-star review.
My friend's in prison.
One of the 1 stars I saw, I can't remember what it was for, but it was like 1 star. It was like, I really bought this. What? Who let you near a computer? You sir are dragging the internet down. It's time to cut loose or dead weight.
You are hereby banned.
So if you have a 1-star review out there for a product, add it to Amazon, or I think Amazon is probably where I'll stick to it. And maybe you'll get read on the air.
Oh, man.
People in the reviews.
So I had that problem with this starter I ordered from AutoZone.com.
You can get it in prison? Oh.
And they wouldn't send it to me because I was in prison. No. It took me like...
I bought this firearm online.
It took
Oddly
me like
enough.
a month and a half to get it, right? And I had to send a bunch of emails and stuff. Well, then they sent me a survey request to see
bad
how
mistake.
my experience
Oh.
was. So I ripped them a new one.
That's good because they sent it to you so they actually want to know
Yeah.
so they can improve it possibly.
So, and they entered me into a drawing for a $25 gift card to their
Hey.
store.
I have a $25 Fandango gift card in my wallet from AutoZone for one of my. I bought something and they had a what's it called, return thing or
Mail-in
what do they call
rebate.
that? There you go, mail-in rebate. So if I didn't mail anything, I emailed it.
Email-in rebate.
Email and rebate.
Nice. Well, it was just my problem with them was I contacted them repeatedly and got no response for a month. So
Do you think they review people that call in? 1-star review would not help this customer again.
I was polite when I was
His
calling
item was
in.
broken when they got there and he blamed me.
There's roaches in it.
I was polite all the way up to my last email I sent that actually got
Results?
my thing 2 days later.
Why do you think I take LFG with me to meetings? Sometimes you need the bad cop.
Well, if you want to support the Enginerdy Show, go to enginertyshow.com. There you will find a link to Amazon where you can do your Amazon shopping, and it supports the show. They give us a percentage of what you spend.
You're doing this off the cuff.
Yes, this is called
Impressive.
a live read from memory.
I was going to say, the live reads are just you doing that.
He's only done it every week for 5 years.
I couldn't
There's
do it.
a US and a UK link.
Us and Uck.
Uke. Yeah, you can also shop. Go to our shop tab. There's a couple t-shirts up there, including our new Vulcan Salute logo shirt that DVD designed. It's awesome.
But I'm not wearing it. I'm wearing my Guess What t-shirt. It's got a picture of a chicken
But
and an arrow pointing to his bottom.
Simmer.
I think bog actually means bath, but
What else?
Okay.
Doesn't po mean butt?
Is there an animal called a Badenschwein? Just kidding. Don't they name a lot of animals something Schwein?
that means pig.
I know.
It's a cow pig.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, our next section is consumption. What's your consumption?
Me first. Oh.
Always.
You usually go
I
first.
listened to the new Hardcore History
That's not
about executions.
Yeah, it was very graphic.
Was it?
I knew a lot of it because I think I read one of the books he talked about that was written by an executioner from a couple hundred years ago.
Interesting,
They
yeah.
used to tip them so they would hack your neck one swing.
The thing that I found most interesting is he said when he first met somebody, he would look at their neck first.
The executioner?
Yes,
Oh,
because he was, that's part of his
I
job.
thought you were talking about Dan Carlin. It's like, really?
No, the executioner.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it was good. It was about 5 hours long. It was a good episode.
Yeah, the thing was you did not want to get hung back in the day because they didn't make the rope long enough to break your neck.
So you just strangled.
You would just strangle, and sometimes it took a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about how sometimes they would let your family members come and pull on your legs so that you would go faster. That's messed up.
I think there's also different ways you can tie it.
Swing on daddy's legs
to make it like where you place it.
Well,
make a
he
difference.
said the people would struggle and flail so much that the knot would move to the wrong spot.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
they would take longer to die, and it was very...
graphic.
Yes. Check it out. It's called Hardcore History.
Yep. I went to a movie called The 1517 to Paris.
Ooh, based on an actual event.
Yes, it's
actual city.
Clint Eastwood directed and
Based on an actual
produced
time.
it. It's about 3 Americans who help thwart a terror. Or well, I guess
Attempted.
it's been debated whether he was going to rob the train or it was a terrorist attack. But he had loads and loads of ammo and an assault rifle and a pistol and
An
a
assault
box
rifle.
knife. Yes. Which apparently he didn't know how to use correctly because it
Was
jammed.
it fully automatic?
I don't know. I don't know much about guns, so I couldn't tell you by the look of it. But the thing that was kind of cool about it was the 3 main characters were played by the actual people they were portraying. So they played themselves.
Like Act of Valor. Have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, I've got it on Blu-ray. You should watch it. It's good.
A lot of the acting wasn't great in the movie.
Just like Act of Valor, but the action scenes were awesome.
There was only one action scene in this movie, but it did have Jaleel White in it.
Oh, nice.
Urkel, Steve Urkel.
Oh.
He was one of the teacher.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Did he say that in the movie?
No.
That would have been awesome.
And
Is he a terrorist?
no,
Oh.
he isn't. He's a teacher that the kids had when they were young.
Oh,
And then there was the secretary from The Office.
yes.
I don't remember her name.
Megan.
Do they let them have names?
I don't know, the actress that
I
played the
remember
secretary in that.
Remember a horse
show.
being on that show? Secretariat? Is that what you said?
No. Anyway, it was because it was a true story and because the actual people were playing themselves.
They got the money.
Well, it kind of drew you more into the story, it felt like.
Oh.
And made you start thinking, what would you do in a situation like that?
I heard from somebody that the kid acting wasn't very good.
No,
And I suggested
They
it's probably
weren't- it
because
wasn't.
Clint Eastwood's so old he doesn't know how to properly direct children.
yeah,
It's
so
2 centuries ago
it
he
kind
was
of
children.
gives some background of their lives and how they knew each other in grade school, and 2 of them joined the military and different branches, and you see some of their failures in life, which would seem kind of embarrassing to me to have that in a movie, but
They're getting paid.
I know. But anyway, I liked it.
Good.
And then I finished the Grand Tour Season 2.
I watched it too.
Oh.
It was very good.
The season finale, they coming up with ways to transport fish
Trying to
200
solve
miles
World
from the
Hunger.
coast of Mozambique to a town in the 200 miles from the coast. And hilarity ensues.
Very funny.
I also watched
Canon.
the
You
top-
can't say that no fish were injured in the making of that episode.
Yes.
Because there was
also watched the Top Gear Bolivia special. That's the one where they are dropped off in the Amazon rainforest with
from a barge.
with 3 cars that they bought online,
Yes.
and then they have to drive to the Pacific Ocean.
That's a good one. I
It's a
love that.
really good one. I've seen it 3
So
times,
funny.
and it's awesome.
It's very good.
Interesting.
So, they start going through the jungle. They have to drive down this really steep mountain road, or narrow, steep mountain road. Well, it's steep on the sides. They have to drive in a desert that's so dry that Richard Hammond was the smallest organism in the area when they were driving through it.
Whoa.
They also
Like,
had
there's
the
no
elevation
bacteria or
problem that
anything.
was affecting the cars.
Yes, and then they had to drive over, they were trying to drive over a volcano that was so high that they were having elevation sickness.
And the cars were having problems too, weren't they?
Yes.
From lack of oxygen
Yep.
in the mix.
That's why you have to blow
And
on 'em.
Richard Hammond repeatedly broke down in his car. So, anyway, it was good. If you watch any Top Gear, you should watch the Bolivia special. I think it's season 14.
It's very funny.
Yes, it's awesome. And then I finished season 2 of Colony, which is a TV show that stars Josh Holloway, who was
So you have colonitis.
he was one of the stars in the Lost TV show.
Sawyer.
In fact, one of the Lost producers is a producer of this show,
Oh.
Carlton Cuse.
Ooh, Carlton from Fresh Prince.
No, not him.
Oh.
The other Carlton.
It's a
too.
pretty good show. I think they just finished filming season 3, so that might hit the air soon.
Okay.
They have an actor in there, Tony Plana.
Just one. Oh.
Do you recognize that name?
No.
I do, because you already told me.
Oh, because he played Jefe in Three Amigos.
Oh.
I'm still here, El Guapo.
The guys and I got together
yes, El Guapo, you
and
definitely
got
have a
you this
plethora.
gift.
Do you know what a plethora is? No, El Guapo.
I do not have your intellect. Yes, he's 30 years older as an actor, but
Nice.
it took my wife pointing out,
He wasn't 30 years after the movie came out.
because he looked really
He
familiar.
hasn't aged at all.
He looked really familiar to me, but it took my wife pointing out that that's the guy from Three Amigos. I'm like, El Guapo? She's like,
I just have
no.
way more respect for your wife now.
She's like, Jefe. I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's Martin Short. Wow, he's looking interesting.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Apparently, they moved their production from Los Angeles, where they were shooting, to Vancouver,
Oh,
Canada.
It's cheaper.
Should go check it
Yes,
out. Maybe we
because
could be extras.
California was
Too
getting
expensive?
costly big for them, so they moved.
That's why I moved away
Says
from there.
everyone that lives in California. Especially Fresno.
And that's my consumption.
All right, I saw The Mummy,
The Tom
Cruise
I liked it.
film. It's a remake where they made the mummy a woman instead of a man.
Well, it is a mummy.
Are you my mummy?
Nobody said that. I
Aw.
was disappointed, but it was good.
I feel like there was like a shift in the tone halfway through. I kind of liked.
Okay. It had a good plot. I mean, it was like there was a reason behind everyone's actions. There's, people with motives and
Motifs.
motifs.
Last
It was
of
good.
Motifins.
Tom Cruise's hair continues to look less and less believable.
So does mine.
That's true.
So you have the same hair issue as Tom Cruise.
Well, I think it's a different one, but similar.
Oh. Result.
Yeah,
I like The Mummy.
You should see a different wig maker.
We bought it on Amazon, so we own it now.
Oh,
So we
nice.
watch it whenever we want
Excelente.
because it wasn't for rent, and we really wanted to watch it. So
Wasn't it on Netflix?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm just hoping it is. So
It just
makes
came
me
out
feel
on
bad, like,
disc
What?
recently.
I remember watching it a couple months ago on I think Redbox.
Oh, I think that's probably where I watched it. Too.
And we watched the Emoji Movie
I'm
with
sorry.
the
Oh
kids.
man,
So
Hashtag.
the movie
sucks.
takes place
Oh.
in a world where
In a world.
each of your
Where bad movies are made.
apps on your phone is a little world
Oh,
full of characters, and your
like
text app
Netflix.
is full of
The Netflix app is that way.
emojis, and each emoji can only express the emotion that they are there to portray. But there's
There's
this,
something ambiguous.
So
to
it's
me.
like Star Trek with the Vulcans and the Klingons. Oh, just kidding.
so the problem arises when the meh emoji can display
you suppose that
any
it's
based on
emotion
meth?
he wants. And
could-
so he is ostracized and has to go
hang out with the ostrich one.
hang out with other emojis that
The
are
lost emojis?
gone rogue.
So you're talking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer right here.
No.
This is the plot.
He hangs out with High Five and the hacker. Can't remember what the hacker's name was. Turns out to be somebody you don't realize. It was
Really?
alright. It was definitely for kids. The kids liked it.
I
But
said something about Inspector Gadget, the movie.
the first seemed like half hour was just constant poop jokes around the poop emoji.
That's not a poop emoji. It's ice cream.
Is it?
No.
Yes, it's supposed to be
Is it?
chocolate ice cream. Yes,
Is it?
it's supposed to be, and then it got
No.
co-opted by people.
Is
Yes.
there a vanilla version?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Anyways,
That emoji's so annoying to me.
um,
Even if it is voiced by Patrick Stewart.
it was voiced by Patrick
Oh,
Stewart.
Patrick,
He was the
do you
poop
need us to
emoji.
send you money?
Anyways, yeah, it was kids liked it. Just say that. I wouldn't watch it again.
Would you suggest anyone watch
Well,
it?
it does a thing where it's like, oh, they've gone outside their program, so we've got these bots that are programmed to
Matrix.
hunt them down.
They've switched to the Matrix plot.
So so they go through different apps and they're like different worlds. And
Oh, it's like the Lego movie.
it actually did remind me a lot of the Lego movie.
No original ideas left.
So
Did they feature the new? What was that new? Oh no, that's something else. Never mind.
so don't watch it or do whatever.
Or do.
Meh. That joke doesn't work if they don't know what it's about. If they're like, "How was the Emoji Movie?" Meh. If you don't know it's about the meh
Right,
emoji,
right.
Yeah. Anyways,
But it's accurate nonetheless.
it is.
So I found a new TV show with Sean Bean.
Ooh, does he die?
Kind of.
Is he related to Mr. Bean?
It's
No.
called The Frankenstein
Bean.
Chronicles.
Oh, so he's does die,
I'm not going to spoil
Is
it.
he Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster?
or,
Or
something
Igor.
totally
Mary
different.
Shelley's in it.
I didn't know she was an actor.
Wow, she must be getting
She's
along.
a character in it.
years.
Oh, okay.
Takes place in the 1830s, I believe, in England.
Okay.
It's around the life of a
Doesn't seem
detective
realistic.
played
but-
by Sean Bean,
Oh.
investigating who stitched together 7 children's bodies that washed up on shore.
It was Mary Shelley.
No.
Her husband,
No.
Lord Byron.
Marvin Shelley.
But the main thing set up because the guy that basically hires this detective to try to solve or figure out why or who put together this thing is a surgeon, and they're trying to pass a law making it so that basically limit medical
Like
practice
surgeon.
to people that have been to like a medical school.
Cutting for the
But
very
it also
first
was trying to
time.
open up cadavers from not only being prisoners to be used for colleges and discovering, trying to figure out the human body.
Mhm.
They wanted to also have people that bodies weren't claimed, which would be poor people. So people were throwing a fit about that. But the main guy that wanted them
Don't be
to look
poor.
into it was a surgeon, and he was afraid that if someone saw or they knew about this horrifying creation of somebody's, that it looked like a surgeon might have done it, so they would not want the surgeons to be in more power. It was very good. I would recommend it.
It's a series?
Yes, I just started season 2.
Oh.
I started watching season 1 yesterday.
Weird.
They must have really short seasons.
There's
Is this
6
a
or 7 episodes.
BBC?
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. No, it's
Thing?
Netflix original, I think.
Oh, okay. Usually they do like 13 episodes.
And then I've been watching a show called
Frankenstein Chronicles.
Turn.
Turn.
To everything.
No, Turn is based.
Turn.
It's a TV show around George Washington's spying during the Revolution.
Yes, there's 4 seasons on Netflix, correct?
Yes, I'm in season 3.
Interesting.
It's also very good. And it's got
So who are you rooting for?
Benedict
George
Arnold.
Washington.
Oh.
He was actually in the last episode. They just discovered he was a
Wow.
traitor.
Oh, and they just
Oh.
now
And
And it
discovered-
goes through how he got kind of fell from grace.
So is this historically accurate?
I think a lot of it is. Probably the main
Do
characters.
they have the people that play themselves? Oh.
Yes, yes, they do. It's
played by
It's
the
really
real-
disturbing. Sometimes you can see the wires.
They were brought back to life by Mary Shelley.
Weekend at Revolution. No.
Weekend at Revolution.
No, it's very good though. I like it.
I have seen a few episodes, but then I
The
stopped
doctor
watching.
from Enterprise plays somebody.
Billingsley.
Dr. Phlox.
Phlox. There you
Yeah,
go.
the
Denobulin.
actor's
Oh,
name is
yes.
something Billingsley, isn't it?
Right.
Did they have denobulins back then?
Yes, they did.
Oh, interesting.
And then they have. Oh, I watched Black Panther.
Oh,
Black
I haven't seen that
Panther.
yet.
Black Panther. It's long.
Is it?
Is it 5 hours?
It's like 2.5 hours long.
Whoa, that's like half a hardcore history
And there's
episode.
2. If you're gonna go watch it, there's 2 after movie scenes.
What?
One after the artistic finishing, and then
Inconceivable.
another one after the actual real credits.
Oh.
The black scrolling, which is a bazillion people that make these movies now.
Weird.
Now, there's been a lot of praise for this movie and
Okay.
controversy. Some people thinking, why does this movie deserve praise? And I would think this is a typical Marvel superhero type movie.
Okay. Sounds good.
It did have some good lessons in it, like why it's bad to have a king.
Oh, yeah.
Because even if you have a good king, kings don't live forever.
Oh,
And you can have
true.
a bad king.
Yes.
And bad kings can cause a lot of problems.
What
Yes.
about Martin Luther King?
That's different.
Oh.
That's a name.
What about the
Talking
King of
about-
Pop?
Michael Jackson
King of Rock and
is
Roll?
dead.
Oh, what
So-
about the King of Rock and Roll?
Did his
Also
son become
dead.
king?
Oh.
Both died of drug overdoses.
No. Elvis's death is actually a lot more complicated than that.
Okay.
You should look into it. It's interesting.
He wasn't taking drugs?
Well, he had serious health issues involving his intestines.
Probably
He's
from
allergic
drugs.
to lead.
No,
in his
it was a
intestines.
congenital disorder.
Caused by peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
No.
Caused by singing too hard?
No, congenital means he was born that way.
But he
He
lived
was born that way, huh?
Yeah, he
But
dealt
I'm
with it
guessing-
all of his life.
that his
thought
health
only Lady
problems
Gaga
because
was
of his
born that way.
drugs probably didn't help the matter.
Probably not. Well, I think he was on a lot of things because of the problem.
And he was on a monopia.
I don't know. You should. I can't remember where I heard that story, but it was interesting. Maybe it was those
Did
conspiracy
he die
guys.
in 1977?
79, I believe.
I don't know. We could find out.
Can we?
Who's gonna
When-
be closer?
Did the king of rock and roll die?
Elvis.
Oh, and
died.
Fox was played by John Billingsley.
Yes.
77.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so I was still alive when he was alive.
Booyah.
Yep, you overlapped him by a couple
I remember
months.
when I heard that Michael Jackson was dead. I was working, doing carpeting in my basement.
Weird.
I remember when Phil Hartman died.
Mm.
I was delivering furniture to a town 100 miles away from my hometown.
I remember when Chuck Berry died.
I
Where did they bury
remember
him?
when music died.
I remember when I'm going to die, I want my last words to be, Thomas Jefferson still lives.
My last words will be, how many funeral directors does it take to turn...
Well, the other thing I noticed about the Black Panther movie
Yes,
is
no Black Panthers?
most of the people that... Well, there was some.
Oh.
Wait, are all Panthers
Most of the
black?
people portrayed in the movie were wildly racist.
Oh.
Obviously.
And I'm going to say there's only like... Well, there's only like one or two white people that have lines in the movie. Maybe just four, maybe.
I heard there was a Tolkien white guy in there.
There was.
Are there non-black Panthers?
Bilbo.
I don't know.
How many Panthers
Is it
do
too
you know?
descriptive? Are you saying it's over descriptive?
Yeah, it might be redundant. Panthers.
Well, there's Blue Panthers.
Oh, there's
Carolina Panthers.
Panthers. Not all of those are black.
Their helmet's got a lot of silver on it.
Images. It's all
For Carolina.
Carolina Panther logos.
Put minus Carolina on there. Oh, there was a brown one.
Animal. That was not
one's
black.
gold.
What
That's
is
a
that?
mountain lion.
Panthera pardus.
Also known as a mountain lion.
That's the scientific name for mountain lion.
That one's cool. It's carbon fibered.
Whoa. Why is it like that? Black Panthers don't exist. That's a black leopard. What the heck? Sorry, this is...
Not as entertaining for...
Going down a rabbit hole that has Black Panthers in it.
I'm going to claim that you could just call him Panther.
I know, it's the same thing with Wonder Woman where they have, well, you have a strong woman character. I was like, yeah, but it's just like a normal movie of Marvel, or not Marvel, that's a DC one, but it's like, yeah, it's like par for what they do. That's the movie it is. I don't know.
Alright, this page is not loading.
Plus, Black Panther was
It's a
created
black
and written
hole
by two Jewish guys back in the 30s.
Oh, look, kittens.
Oh, they're so cute.
Alright,
That one's got teeth.
I think most of them do.
That was no horse. That one's a horse.
What's the difference between them and a jaguar?
Okay, we'll say
Are panthers jaguars?
No, they're in different cities. One's in Jacksonville, the other
Jaguar.
one's in Charlotte, right?
We need all.
There's a snake.
Oh,
eating a
jaguars
tiger.
have spots.
A black panther is the melanistic color variant of any big cat species. Black panthers in Asia and Africa are leopards, and those in Americas are jaguars.
Panthro from
So
Thundercats is
panthers
purple.
Are a type of jaguar, huh?
Or leopard.
Or, well, yeah,
Or lion.
you're lying.
That's a big cat. Or smoke.
Huh.
LFG's cat, is that his name?
No,
Oh, what's it?
il gatto grigio.
Gray. What's grigio mean?
Oh, that's Italian for the gray cat.
Oh.
No, his name's Shadow.
Shadow. So close.
I just call him il gatto grigio.
I don't want the name Smoke.
Alright, I'm just
Anyway.
gonna do it. Are all panthers black?
No. Those are all leopards.
That's a leopard.
Those are panthers. Leopards are panthers, right?
They're the melanistic variant of a panther or a jaguar.
Panthero is like
Purple.
bluish something, right?
Yeah. Put what color is Panthro?
What was Bagheera? Was he a panther?
Bagheera? Oh, from
What
From Jungle
color is panthro? Is that how you spell it?
Isn't he gray?
Bluish gray.
Yeah, bluish gray.
He had like purple suspenders with spikes on them. Spike
Did they hold
suspenders.
his pants up?
Spike penders. No, he held his belt up.
Oh.
His
They all wear these big wrestling
yes.
championship
Oh
belts.
man. All right, what else did you watch? Did you watch?
We're off the rails with that one.
There's like an entire season of Survivor Man. That's the guy that goes out by himself with his camera.
Yeah.
I think season 6. Look, I'm sounding British. Series 6 is about
Is that what
Bigfoot.
British people sound like?
right.
Well, you could have sounded Jamaican. Survivor Man.
Survivor Mod. Anyways, the whole series on Bigfoot, where he's going places where Bigfoot supposedly has been and spending time out alone.
Why are they all casinos? Oh. So, that was non sequitur. Sorry.
Yeah, that was.
I just.
Did you hear about the lady that's suing her state to prove that Bigfoot exists?
No.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Weird.
That's strange. Anyway, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. We didn't get any definitive proof, but
No Bigfoot scat.
Shocking.
there's also no definitive proof that it doesn't exist. So there you go.
That's
Most of the
why.
places he went, he's like, yeah, I can survive out here.
That's why DVD is a Pastafarian.
I do not wear colanders on my head.
Yeah, but
Very
you
often.
can't. I can't prove
Anymore.
that.
You can't disprove something.
Okay.
Or you can't prove that something doesn't exist.
Right. There might be a colander on your head right now.
There's a lot more people that call in and report seeing Bigfoot than call and report not seeing him.
Wait, colander Bigfoot?
Call
They
and
did.
report.
Oh, I thought we were talking about colanders. I'm like, what?
I know you guys
Where's
are
a
both
colander?
disbelievers in Bigfoot, but I think there's a Bigfoot.
Okay, that's fine.
In fact, there's
You may do
entire
that.
Places where he went, where there's towns of like natives to North America, that the entire city believes in him. They're just, well, yeah, he exists.
They're called.
I had this question. So, if we're not immigrants, right?
Okay.
And we're not natives,
Okay.
what are we?
I'm a native.
You gonna call yourself a native? You don't get categorized as a native usually.
I am a conquistador.
Well, they've...
Is there a third categorization? Non-native,
I mean,
non-immigrant?
How long do you have to do your ancestry need to be in a place before you're considered native?
You have to cross a
Well,
land bridge.
are you a Native American?
Because, well, for example, they recently, through genetic testing and things, figured out that almost the entire population of Great Britain was replaced by a different...
Pod people?
No,
That was in the 70s.
no, this was like
Daleks.
2500 BC. There was a bunch of, I guess you'd call them immigrants that came from like the Kazakhstan,
The Gauls.
Ukraine area. Can't remember the name of the people, but they came and basically replaced all the people that were in Great Britain before them.
Oh,
So does that mean...
they're all immigrants.
I mean, come on, you gotta... The people in North and South America came from somewhere else, so are they immigrants, or how long does you have to go back?
Everybody is, unless you're in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just curious.
I'm American.
American.
I'm American.
Well, our family goes back to the 1400s.
Yeah.
Some of our ancestors came over in the Mayflower, and
Oh, in America.
yes.
Some of them went back even further.
Our ancestors go all the way back.
None of our ancestors
And
existed
before that, they were
the
like
1400s.
from England and Scotland and Ireland.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
And the moon.
Just curious.
Oh.
and before that, oh, maybe they came from Kazakhstan. Who knows?
Normandy.
But I thought it was interesting. Every place he went with a Bigfoot supposedly could be. He said, "Yeah, I could survive out here. Large mammal would have no problem living here."
Yeah, plenty of dumpsters.
No, usually lots of berries and
A
things.
lot of big and tall shops.
Edibles.
Could get a size 15 shoes there pretty easily.
The Millennium Falcon could land there.
Right.
Is the town called Kashyyyk?
Yes.
No. Did I pronounce that correctly? I'm not
Yeah.
Wookiee, so I don't know. Okay.
Don't speak Wookiee.
Don't speak.
Oh boy.
Do they have Bigfoot in England?
No. They
They
probably
have-
have other stuff.
Gnomes.
They have small
Pukas.
feet.
Yeah, they're called
Red caps.
puka.
Okay.
Well, let's go on to nerd cred because I think we beat that segment to death.
We took some wild tangents.
DVDs. Consumption.
I try to watch interesting things. At least report on the interesting ones. I don't know if you notice. I'm trying to strip back to just ones I really want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Emoji.
I can't think of anything specifically nerdy that I did.
I had a friend ask me, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just reminiscing." I was looking at pictures of a 50th anniversary gold Pentel P205. Which was
He's obsessed with this pencil.
which was stolen
Oh.
from my desk at work.
You should
Go
go
a year ago. I actually made a little post-it thing that's like a
Have you
headstone.
seen me?
No, I was trying to put it to rest or to put it to bed, and I successfully moved on. I now have a blue P207.
It's like one time I lost my click eraser. So I drew a picture
not
of
the
it.
same.
Have you seen me?
Uh,
And then I
It
found
was
it.
at 207 or 205.
205. Yeah, there's a guy that has a picture of one on his webpage that has artwork and stuff of his, but all the comments are.
Did it look like
asking about-
that?
No, it's gold colored. The main body is. It's a 50th anniversary. It might be easier to find. That's kind of like the one I have now.
That's copper.
So yeah, that's the one I have now. LFG in an attempt, I think, which is great. It's a great pencil, and I'm glad he gave it to me. But he gave me a P207 that's looks like that one, which says metallic copper. I think there's one that looks similar to that. It's gold. There it is, right there.
Oh.
It's in a 3-pack, or it's also right there. That's the guy's website where everyone's asking, "Can I buy that? Or where do you buy that?"
You can't. It's no longer the 50th anniversary. You could
Yes,
make
I
your
just-
own.
Someone told me that there's a shop locally that you can take pictures of it color or like a car color. And I thought about getting one painted the same color as my car,
Oh.
black onyx, which would be cool. You can't find them online, and I've told it, "Oh, you can find them online," and I'm like, "Go ahead and try."
Yeah.
I spent
People
45
that
minute
claim
lunch.
that you can find anything online haven't tried to figure out what size the bolt is that holds the transmission fluid fill tube on a
They haven't looked
2007 F-150.
They haven't,
Huh?
they haven't looked for obscure enough things yet.
Right.
So,
What the heck?
and then I was looking for a pencil in our house, and I found this one.
Oh.
And with my bad vision, I grabbed it thinking it was a P205, which is commonly in black color if you're just buying a non-special edition one. But I was telling to this thing.
Okay, you win nerd cred.
This is a cheap eraser mate knockoff.
Oh, racer bait.
Oh, it's not even eraser mate. It's Casemate. What the crap? Kind
It's a knockoff of a racer mate.
horrible.
Oh,
This
boy.
my obsession with the Pentel P20 series started when I was in college, and my kids bent the nib on the end. There it is.
There, $6.59.
There's no place to click purchase on this website.
Add to wish list.
That makes you sign up for the website, and they don't have it.
Smart penguins.
They don't have it. That is it, though.
Ooh, that's fancy.
It's very lovely. I also have a P203, which
I'm gonna buy
Oh,
one
here,
and
there.
then taunt you with it.
um
Why do they not? Why do they have a price and a SKU, and a shipping,
I don't know.
but no way to buy it.
Just to taunt me. Whoever stole it took pictures and made websites of it. I'm guessing.
Just to taunt you.
I think so. There's a lot of different variety of colors for the Pentels.
Well,
it's a Japanese mechanical pencil.
Okay, this one says add to cart.
That's not gold. That is sleeve.
Well, I was
burgundy.
just making sure the
You're saying
website
that
worked.
Some of them you can't
Oh,
buy.
yeah.
The
It's just not
website
the-
does work, but it just doesn't let you buy this
Oh, and I
thing.
mentioned this was a gift for my wife.
From your wife?
Aw.
Yes.
Oh, no, you didn't mention that yet. But now you have.
So the story back when I discovered I was obsessed with these pencils was my kids bent the nib on mine. So every time the pencil or lead would come out a little bit, it'd break off.
yeah.
I was trying to do my homework, so I grabbed just one of the kids' school cheap mechanical pencils.
Uh-huh.
That didn't work, so I got a normal pencil, and I just couldn't do my homework, so I had to go to Office Max or Staples and buy one,
Oh.
and then I could do my homework.
I
That was
use
a P207. So this last digit of the number on a P207, that is how many millimeters it is. So P207 is 7 millimeter, P205 is
So
5
that's how your
millimeter.
codependent relationship started with these pencils.
Yes.
I use this one.
Why?
Pencil.
It's a Zebra M301.
Zebra.
Yep.
I can understand if you went Statler, because those are also a good quality mechanical pencil, although they're German instead of Japanese.
I like a
But
Zebra.
you have to get an Axis country pencil for quality mechanical pencil.
So the funny thing with the Zebra, I buy their pens too, and they look just like this, except they have a
Right.
silver end. Well, I needed some new ones, so I went to the store and grabbed one and got it to work and clicked it out, and it wasn't a .7 thickness
It was
ball.
7
Oh,
thickness.
It was 1.6. It looks like a
Whoa!
freaking marker.
That is thick.
In fact, one of my
Because people make fun of me for my P207 because
One of my-
it's a crayon.
coworkers uses one, and I tease him about it all the time.
Oh, somewhere else I have a P209. So I have a 3, a 5, a 7, and a 9.
Here's a 2-star review. Could be better.
What?
Because the nub on the end doesn't go in when you push the lead in. Okay. That's not a problem.
One of the good things about the Pentel is it's got a very
It
consistent
snags.
nib. So when you're doing like work with like a template or something, never mind.
Ooh, 1-star review.
The second thing is when you get to the end of your brand new Pentel P-Series pencil and the lead that came with it is gone, and
How
then
many
the
licks
office
does it take to get to the center?
3. But then it. Oh look, that's even like a weak clip.
I take the clips off my pens and pencils.
With his teeth.
Weird.
Because
How do you
when
get it from
I-
rolling off the desk.
I don't have that problem. You just put it perpendicular to the edge. So, because when I hold it,
My desk has 4 edges.
as I write, it kind of rotates, and then eventually the clip interferes with my hand. So I just take the clips off, and then I can hold
If
it.
you were drawing it correctly with your pencil, it'd be perfectly perpendicular to the. Or
No,
normal
I'll
to
show
the
you how I
paper.
hold a pencil.
This is the proper drafting way to do it.
I don't draft. I hold it like this.
Nobody that's
No one
listening to our
holds it
show
like
can
that.
see that.
And then the thing turns and touches my hand, and I don't like it.
You're not grasping it hard enough.
You're not grasping it by the husk.
Oh, man.
But then you get the replacement one, and they've gotten like too hard of lead, so it doesn't put down lead very good. and that's
Oh,
annoying.
that's dumb.
Anyways, I'm a mechanical pencil snob. Okay.
All right, our final segment is feedback. On Pinterest, a couple of guys named Robert and Brian B.
Yeah.
liked our
Go
G.I.
Joe.
Joe pin. And on Facebook, Rob, one of our UK listeners,
What's up, Rob?
he
Crikey. That's
commented
Australian,
that yes, that in the U.S., I guess we call faucets taps.
I don't.
Tap water.
That's where you get tap water.
That's where I get faucet water. Come on.
What about hose bib?
Can I get some faucet water?
That's an outside attachment. Or
He says faucet. That would be a tap then for the U.S. listeners. I don't. Because we're talking about DVD replacing his faucet.
His faucet.
So I don't know if he's saying...
I got a complaint from my wife about the new faucet. It wasn't securely enough.
Uh-oh.
So when she was turning it on, it was moving slightly. So I got underneath there and fixed it promptly.
Good job.
Now it is very secure.
Nice. Did you tap it in?
Tap, tap, tap.
No, I did have to tap into the water connection.
No.
With a new valve. I didn't have to. I fixed a future problem. Thinking I was fixing the current problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think...
We're confused.
I think we call it a faucet. Although when I say faucet...
Spigot.
It sounds British.
Faucet.
A faucet.
My aunt asked me for water from the faucet.
Get water from the faucet. Give me some of that tap water out of the tap. You tap a keg.
You're tapping...
Tap dance?
I guess some people do.
I prefer faucet dancing.
If you're golfing, you can tap it in.
You faucet the ball into the hole. Did you just faucet me on the shoulder?
I think DVD's favorite actress is Farrah Tap.
Farrah Tap. Why did it have to make me have a favorite actress? I don't know their names even.
I don't know.
Gates McFat.
I'm the one that's
McFaucet.
Yeah, and Mufasa in Lion King. Or was it Gold Panther King? I can't remember.
The Golden Panther. They call me White Panther. Albino Panther.
I was working on something that had like it was like a blower motor, and it's called the Black Devil blower. I was like, Black Devil, you speak what you do. It's White Devil.
Right.
Yeah. You're
Let
weird.
me guess, White Devil.
You speak what you do too?
We're not aware of what you do. We're biters.
If you want to contact us, send an email to enginerdyshow@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook and Twitter by searching for Enginerdy Show. Support the show by going to enginerdyshow.com, where you can get to Facebook and Twitter from there.
Nice.
And you can also click the Amazon link up in the menu to get to do your Amazon shopping. They give us money when you do that, based on how much you spend, and you can...
Unless you live with or have ever lived with me. Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh. Does that mean I can't do it either?
No, not that far back.
Oh, okay.
You can do it.
But LFG can't. We don't get money from him or my wife when they click through it. Yeah, sorry.
You can also buy a Enginerdy Show t-shirt or sweatshirt
Yeah.
by clicking the shop button on our
Did
menu.
you just say
sweatshirt.
sweatshop?
Sweatshop. Yep.
Hopefully not made into a sweatshop.
Get your Enginerdy brand sweatshop.
Sweatshop shirt.
Yeah.
Sweat stand.
Hey, I don't know
stains
where
are
they were
included.
made. I don't make them.
Send your Enginerdy Show sweatshirts to us and we'll wear them, get them sweaty, and send them back.
A lighter color around here, so when you sweat, they become the same color as everything else.
Have you
That
seen
would be interesting.
the Olympics uniforms for like the speed
I don't watch the
skating?
Olympics. I think the amateur athletics should be kept where they belong in college.
They've got the pants are dark except for a light section that highlights their.
As if they wet themselves because the same color as the rest of the uniform.
It's supposed to help with like the friction. I don't know.
Other people look at your crotch and help with friction. Weird.
Maybe we should end the show before you watch
Images.
Yes.
Nice. Hey, look right here.
She gets sponsored by Target. Why?
Thank you for listening this week. Stay nerdy.
Live long and nerdy.
Oh, what was my new one?
We don't know.
Yeah, but it always shall be my friends.
Okay. Old standby.
I don't remember what the other one was.